Hey friends, welcome back. Today we are going to be turning that fermented peppers that we've had fermenting on the counter for about 3 weeks into hot sauce. So I just thought I would take you along and share it to see how it turns out. So right here we have our 2 jars of peppers. These have been sitting on my counter for, I'm going to say, approximately 3 weeks. They have habaneros, they have some chili peppers, some carrots. I think there is maybe a little bit of celery in there, and some banana peppers. So, and some garlic cloves. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain the juice off of them and reserve the juice in this jar right here, because once I put them into my blender, I'm going to be adding more juice back. I did not have any fresh ginger, so I was not able to put some of these jars, but I do have some ginger in my refrigerator that I'm going to add, as well as some more garlic to the hot sauce concoction. So I will go ahead and drain these and get my blender out and come back and show you what we got. And just to show you the setup that I just have some wide mouth mason jars. I bought these pickle weights from Amazon. I think there was 3 or 4 in a pack. And then I also bought these pickle pipes on Amazon, and they just fit a wide mouth jar, and they're like a baby bottle. They kind of have a little small hole in the top, and that lets them be able to release the gases while they're fermenting. And I don't remember, I think I probably got 4 or 5 of these in a pack from Amazon. And then these pickle weights, I got 3 or 4 in a pack from Amazon. They're pretty cheap, and they just sit on top. You put them like that, and you put them on top of your peppers once you fill it with the salt and the water and the peppers. You lay that on top. That little moat thing there fills with water, and it keeps everything underneath the level of the water so that it doesn't grow mold. And then you just put your top on like that and let it sit, for 2 or 3 weeks, depending on how much of a fermentation you want. I did use habanero peppers in here, so I let it go for a little longer. I've been told that you add a little bit more salt and a little bit more time when you're doing super hot peppers. So just wanted to show you what we're using. Walmart does have a set where you can get a lid, a mason jar lid that has a little air release top on it, and it has a spring that you shove everything down with a spring and then screw the lid on, and it keeps everything below the level. They usually have those in the canning jar section this time of year, and that's probably about $7-8 for that set, and that works really well too. So just wanted to show you the simple fermentation kit that I have, and I'll come back and show you once we get everything drained and in the blender. So just wanted to show you one whole jar fit into this little strainer here, and I just want to show you what they look like. They're still brightly colored. Everything's still orange and bright yellow and red. And the green peppers, you don't see them, they're on the bottom, but they're bright green still. So I just wanted to show you what it looked like before I dump them in the blender. And I've got my Ninja blender, which is what I'll be using to make the hot sauce today. So just for curiosity's sake, I wanted to measure it and see how much brine was in those 2 jars. And we have... So I packed those 2 wide mouth mason jars, quart-sized jars, as full as I could get them with peppers, and then added the brine. And at this point, we have probably 33 ounces of brine left over, which we won't use all of that, but we will use some of it. So I'm going to add some ginger and garlic to the mixture up here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of this brine and a little bit of apple cider vinegar and start blending it up to see what it looks like. And I've got these jars that I've saved from my hot sauce. to see if those 3 jars will make, or we have some extra jars I can go looking for if we need more jars. So we put that on dressing and let it go, and it had about 34 ounces of liquid, and I probably put half a cup of apple cider vinegar and maybe a half a cup of the brine, but it's still really thick, so I'm going to add some more brine. Let's see. That much more. And I'm going to come back and see how thick it is here in a minute. I'm going to let it go again. Okay, so now we are up to 48. We've used that much brine. Probably about half of that brine. I'm not showing you. I want to taste it. See what it tastes like. Wow. It is very good. It is very hot, which is what we want. So many hot sauces that we have tried and have gone through that they're not hot. And this is our favorite hot sauce, and they don't make it anymore. Blazing Saddle habanero sauce. So I'm just wondering if I want to add a little bit of heat or a little bit of sweet to it to give it a little bit more flavor. It is the perfect amount of hotness. And you can definitely taste the complexity in there with the ginger and the carrots and everything like that. I might just add a little bit of rice wine vinegar and see how it tastes. So let me do that. Okay, so I did a total of since before, when I first started it, I did about a tablespoon, or maybe half a tablespoon of sugar, white sugar, and then this time I added half a cup of, and maybe not even half a cup, maybe a little less than half a cup of the seasoned rice wine vinegar, and another half a tablespoon of sugar, and I think we're there. I think it tastes amazing. If I would have thought about this ahead of time, I probably would have did some pineapple with it, but I am about to ferment some more peppers. I have a fresh pineapple, which I didn't have when I started these, so I will, in my next batch, I will put some pineapple in it to sweeten it, but this tastes amazing, and it is the perfect amount of hot. I love it. So again, this is habanero peppers with a few banana peppers, some chili peppers, some green chilies, and carrots and garlic. And I used I had half a jar left of my organic sushi ginger in the brine, and I dumped that in there as well. So that is what is in here, and so that's what this hot sauce is going to be, and I'm going to strain it and bottle it up and show you what we got when I get that done. Okay guys, so what I did was I went ahead and strained the juice through a cheesecloth, and I got I had 5 cups of juice and pulp. And let me look at my thing here. Okay, so I actually had 8 cups of the juice and the pulp, And so I drained off the juice through a cheesecloth and made these just regular liquid sauce, hot sauce. And then I put the pulp and the juice back into the blender. I added some more of our brine. This is the amount of brine that we have left over, by the way. We had 34 ounces, and now we probably have about 14. So we used about 20 ounces of broth. So anyways, I put the broth and the juice that's left over back in there. And I made what we call daddle pepper sauce, or similar to it. Basically what it is like a barbecue based hot pepper sauce that's kind of a thicker sauce, and it's made with daddle peppers that are originated in St. Augustine and are grown here, and a lot of people make it here. The only difference is I didn't use daddle peppers because my daddle peppers aren't in yet. I used the habanero pepper mixture that we made the hot sauce with. So I took the rest of the pulp and the juice, dumped it back in here, and then I added about 8 ounces of Sweet Baby Ray's mango habanero, and probably about two tablespoons of Carolina Gold barbecue sauce, and about 20 ounces of the Sweet Baby Ray's original hot sauce, and a little bit more of our brine. And then I made this sauce, which is got a more sweeter texture to it and a little bit more body to it. And so it kind of resembles the daddle pepper sauce that we make here. So that is, which I may put them in different jars later, but that is what we got out of our 2 quart jars of fermented peppers. So these are 32 ounce jars. So that's 32 ounce jars, 32 ounces of hot pepper sauce with the fermented peppers, and then 4 5-ounce jars of just plain hot sauce. And I still have this juice left over. I'm thinking that I still have to do some coleslaw, can some coleslaw, and I may use this juice to brine my coleslaw with. But I'm not going to waste this juice. I'm going to use it for something, and I'll show you guys here in a second. We're going to refill our jars with the peppers we have left over in our refrigerator that need to be used up and get them fermenting again. Okay, guys, so sadly there was only enough peppers in the refrigerator to do 1 jar, which we got it cram packed full. It's got carrots, a couple of the red habaneros that were on my bush outside, some of those green, long, skinny Mexican chilies, don't know the variety, some banana peppers, and some yellow bell pepper. And we didn't put any garlic in this one because we got it jam-packed with all the peppers. So what I'll do in the next couple of days is I'll go to my local IGA and get some locally grown habaneros and do another jar right here with habaneros and garlic and whatever else I feel like putting in it that day. And then we'll be off to the races to make some more hot sauce. Hope you enjoyed the video, got some inspiration. Hot sauce is not something that you have to follow a specific recipe for. Everyone does it different. Everyone adds what they want to add and kind of critiques their own recipes and experiments. And that's what I did today. I just experimented with things that sounded good and, tasted it along the way until I got some products that I was happy with. And this is not my first time making hot sauce or daddle pepper sauce or any of those other types of sauces. And it definitely won't be the last. Usually I'm making this in the summer when I'm getting pounded with peppers, which is why I grow a lot of peppers, so I can have a lot of options of things to do with them. But we ended up with having several peppers on hand this year. Whenever I did my habanero plant, I went ahead and bought some extra peppers to bulk up the fermentation process so we could have more to make the hot sauce with. So that is what we got going on here. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys soon.